Ladies and gentlemen, love is the foundation of any strong relationship. Trust, loyalty, and respect bind two people together. But what happens when that foundation is shattered? Some betrayals are so deep that forgiving them means losing yourself. Today I want to talk about 7 betrayals that should never be overlooked, excused, or forgiven. Because when someone crosses these lines, they show you exactly who they are, and it's time to walk away. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. It takes years to build, but only moments to destroy. When someone you love repeatedly lies to you, they are not just hiding the truth, they are reshaping reality to suit their own needs. A relationship built on deception is like a house built on sand. Eventually, it will crumble. Lies come in many forms. Some are small and seemingly harmless, while others are monumental betrayals. But when lying becomes a pattern, it signals something far deeper than just occasional dishonesty. It reveals a lack of respect, an absence of accountability, and a disregard for your feelings. A person who constantly lies is not just protecting themselves, they are actively manipulating your trust and emotions. Deception erodes intimacy. A relationship should be a safe space where you feel secure and valued. However, when one partner lies, the other is left questioning everything, wondering what is real and what is not. This creates emotional turmoil, leading to anxiety, self-doubt, and even paranoia. You start second-guessing every word they say, every promise they make, and no relationship can thrive in an environment of suspicion. The most dangerous part about repeated lying is that it often leads to a cycle of gaslighting. The liar not only deceives, but also tries to make you question your own perceptions. They may dismiss your concerns, tell you that you're overreacting, or even accuse you of being paranoid. Over time, this psychological manipulation can make you doubt your own instincts and judgment, making it harder to recognize the truth. A person who truly loves and respects you will not make you live in a constant state of doubt. They will communicate openly, even when the truth is uncomfortable. They will admit their mistakes and work towards rebuilding trust. But when someone continuously chooses lies over honesty, they are making a clear statement. Their comfort and convenience matter more than your peace of mind. Trust once broken is incredibly difficult to repair. Even if the person apologizes, the damage lingers. The mind remembers the hurt, and the heart struggles to believe again. You may try to move forward, but the fear of being deceived again never fully disappears. Every new promise feels tainted by past betrayals, and that's why repeated lies should never be ignored, excused, or forgiven lightly. Love should feel safe, supportive, and empowering, not like a constant battle for your sanity. Yet, emotional manipulation is one of the most subtle and dangerous forms of betrayal in a relationship. It is not always obvious, but it slowly erodes your confidence, self-worth, and sense of reality. Manipulators don't just control your actions, they control how you think, feel, and perceive the relationship itself. One of the most common forms of emotional manipulation is guilt tripping. Your partner may make you feel bad for things that are not your fault, turning themselves into the victim so that you feel obligated to comfort them. They might say things like, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me." Or, "If you really loved me, you wouldn't do this." These statements are designed to make you question yourself, making it harder for you to stand your ground. Another major tactic is gaslighting. This is when your partner makes you doubt your own memories, feelings, or perceptions. They might deny things they said or did, accuse you of being too sensitive, or even tell you that you're imagining problems that don't exist. Over time, gaslighting can make you feel like you are losing your mind. You may begin to second-guess your emotions and wonder if you are the problem, when, in reality, the manipulation is designed to keep you powerless. Silent treatment is another insidious method. A manipulative partner will withdraw affection, attention, or communication to punish you. They will ignore you, making you feel abandoned and desperate for their approval. The moment you apologize, often for something that wasn't even your fault, they suddenly become warm and loving again. This conditioning trains you to accept blame just to keep the peace, even when you've done nothing wrong. Manipulators also use fear and intimidation to control you. This doesn't always mean physical threats. Sometimes it's the fear of losing them, the fear of disappointing them, or the fear of being alone. They make you feel as if your happiness, stability, or even sanity depends on staying in the relationship. The more they break you down, the more dependent you become on them for validation. What makes emotional manipulation so dangerous is that it doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow, calculated process. At first, you may not even realize it's happening. You might think you're just being considerate of their feelings, trying to keep the relationship strong. But over time, you lose pieces of yourself, your independence fades, your self-esteem crumbles, and you begin to accept a version of love that is built on control, not connection. A relationship should never make you feel small, confused, or like you are constantly walking on eggshells. A true partner communicates openly, respects your feelings, and supports your growth. But a manipulator will make you feel like nothing you do is ever enough while ensuring that you never feel secure enough to leave. Few betrayals cut deeper than infidelity. It is the ultimate violation of trust, a deliberate act that shatters the foundation of love and commitment. When someone chooses to be unfaithful, they are not making a simple mistake. They are making a conscious decision to deceive, to disrespect, and to prioritize their selfish desires over the bonds you share. Cheating is not just about physical betrayal, it is emotional as well. The moment your partner gives their attention, affection, or intimacy to someone else, they are stealing something that was meant to be exclusive to your relationship. Whether it is a one-time mistake or an ongoing affair, infidelity creates wounds that do not heal easily. It leaves the betrayed partner questioning their worth, their attractiveness, and their ability to trust again. Many cheaters try to downplay their actions. They say things like, "It didn't mean anything," or "It was just a mistake." But the truth is, cheating is never an accident. It requires multiple decisions: the decision to flirt, the decision to meet up, the decision to cross the line. At any moment they could have stopped, but they didn't. That alone speaks volumes about their priorities. Emotional cheating is just as devastating. Sometimes a partner may not physically cheat, but they form a deep, intimate connection with someone else while neglecting their relationship with you. They may share their secrets, dreams, and vulnerabilities with another person, things they no longer share with you. This type of betrayal creates an emotional distance that is often harder to repair than a physical affair. Another painful form of disloyalty is public humiliation. When a partner openly flirts with others, engages in inappropriate behavior, or acts single in social situations, they are disrespecting your relationship. You should never have to compete for your partner's attention. True love does not make you feel insecure or replaceable. Some people try to justify staying after infidelity, believing that their love can fix what is broken. But the truth is, trust once shattered is never the same again. Even if you forgive, the doubts remain. Every late night text, every unexplained absence, every small change in behavior triggers anxiety and suspicion. You find yourself playing detective, looking for signs of dishonesty, because once someone has betrayed you, it is hard to believe they won't do it again. A loyal partner does not put you in a position where you have to question them. They do not seek attention elsewhere or betray your trust. Loyalty is a choice made every single day to love, to honor, and to respect the person they committed to. And when someone chooses disloyalty, they are telling you that their desires mean more than your dignity. Trust is one of the most sacred elements of a relationship. When you open up to someone, sharing your deepest fears, dreams, past wounds, and vulnerabilities, you do so with the belief that they will protect that information. It is an act of trust, of intimacy, of allowing someone to see the raw and unfiltered parts of yourself. But when a partner betrays your secrets, whether by exposing them to others, using them against you in an argument, or mocking them, it is an unforgivable act of disloyalty. A person who truly loves and respects you understands that your secrets are not weapons. They do not take the things you have confided in them and use them as ammunition to hurt, embarrass, or manipulate you. Yet, some people do exactly that. They share your struggles with others for gossip, make fun of your insecurities, or throw your most vulnerable confessions back in your face when they are angry. This is not just a violation of trust, it is emotional cruelty. The worst part about this kind of betrayal is that it changes how you see the relationship. Suddenly, the person who once felt like your safe space becomes a source of fear. You start holding back, choosing your words carefully if afraid that anything you say could be used against you later. This forces you into a position where you can no longer be your true self. And once a relationship reaches that point, it loses its meaning. There are many ways a partner can betray your secrets. Some may gossip about your personal struggles with friends or family, turning your private pain into a public spectacle. Others may subtly mock your fears or past traumas, making you feel small or ridiculous for trusting them in the first place. The most dangerous ones will weaponize your vulnerabilities, using them to manipulate and control you. They know exactly which wounds to press on when they want to break you. For example, imagine confiding in a partner about past relationships that hurt you. Instead of comforting you, they use that knowledge against you, accusing you of being too damaged when you express concern about their behavior. Or perhaps you reveal a childhood fear, only for them to laugh at it later or call you weak. This kind of betrayal doesn't just hurt in the moment, it stays weak, making you hesitant to trust anyone again. A partner who truly values you will protect your secrets as if they were their own. They will understand that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a gift. They will never make you regret opening up to them. The moment someone betrays the trust, they are showing you that your deepest emotions mean nothing to them, that your pain, your struggles, and your inner world are mere tools for their own advantage. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Without it, love cannot flourish, and trust cannot survive. A partner who constantly disrespects you, whether through words, actions, or attitudes, is someone who does not truly value you. Disrespect comes in many forms, from subtle put-downs to outright insults, from dismissing your feelings to treating you as if your opinions and needs do not matter. No matter how much love exists, a relationship filled with disrespect will always leave you feeling small, unworthy, and emotionally drained. One of the most damaging forms of disrespect is constant criticism. A partner who is never satisfied, who always finds something wrong with you, or who nitpicks every little thing you do, is not offering constructive feedback. They are tearing you down. They might criticize your appearance, your intelligence, your choices, or even your personality. Over time, this relentless negativity can chip away at your self-esteem, making you question your worth and feel like nothing you do is ever good enough. Some people disguise their criticism as jokes. They make fun of you in front of others, mock your passions, or laugh at your insecurities, all while saying, "I'm just kidding." Don't be so sensitive. But disrespect disguised as humor is still disrespect. A loving partner lifts you up, not makes you the punchline of their jokes. Another painful form of disrespect is dismissing your thoughts and feelings. If your partner constantly interrupts you, ignores your concerns, or acts as if your emotions are irrational or unimportant, they are showing you that your voice does not matter to them. A partner who truly respects you will listen to you with patience and understanding, even if they don't always agree with you. But a disrespectful partner will make you feel like your opinions are irrelevant, your needs are a burden, and your emotions are an overreaction. Disrespect also manifests in the way a partner treats your boundaries. If you have clearly expressed what makes you uncomfortable, whether it's a certain behavior, a personal space issue, or something deeper like a past trauma, and they continue to cross those lines, they are telling you that their desires matter more than your well-being. A respectful partner does not push, pressure, or guilt trip you into doing things you are not comfortable with. They acknowledge and honor your boundaries because they value you as a person, not just as a partner. Another form of disrespect that is often overlooked is public humiliation. A loving partner should make you feel proud and confident, not embarrassed or ashamed. If your partner belittles you in front of others, corrects you harshly, or makes you feel inferior when speaking to friends or family, that is a clear sign of disregard for your dignity. Public disrespect is even more damaging because it adds humiliation to the pain, making you feel powerless and devalued. In some relationships, Disrespect escalates over time. At first, it may just be small comments, sarcastic remarks here, dismissive attitudes there. But if left unaddressed, it can turn into outright hostility, name-calling, and even emotional abuse. A partner who truly loves and values you will never treat you with contempt. They will appreciate your uniqueness, celebrate your strengths, and support you in your weaknesses. But a partner who constantly criticizes, belittles, and disregards you is not someone who truly cares for you. A true partner is someone who stands beside you, not just when life is easy and joyful, but especially when things get hard. Love is tested not in moments of celebration, but in moments of struggle. When a partner walks away, emotionally distances themselves, or refuses to support you in your most difficult times, it is a betrayal that cuts deep. It sends a clear message: your pain is not my concern. Your struggles are yours to bear alone. Abandonment in tough times can take many forms. Sometimes it is physical. Your partner literally leaves, whether by breaking up when you need them most or disappearing when things become inconvenient for them. Other times it is emotional. They stay in the relationship, but they withdraw their support, making you feel alone even when they are right beside you. Both forms of abandonment are equally painful, leaving you questioning your worth and wondering why the person who once claimed to love you refuses to be there when it matters the most. Imagine going through a personal crisis, losing a loved one, facing health problems, struggling with depression, or experiencing a financial downfall, only to find that your partner is nowhere to be found. Instead of offering comfort, they become distant. Instead of checking in on you, they act as if your pain is an inconvenience to them. They may even tell you outright, "I can't deal with this right now," leaving you to suffer alone. In that moment, you realize that their love was conditional. It existed only in times of happiness, not hardship. Some partners take it even further by making your struggles about themselves. Instead of providing support, they complain that your sadness is bringing them down. They accuse you of being too emotional, too needy, or too much to handle. Rather than comforting you, they make you feel guilty for struggling in the first place. This form of abandonment is particularly cruel because not only do they refuse to be there for you, but they also make you feel like a burden for even asking. Another painful form of abandonment happens when a partner chooses to be absent during critical life events. Maybe you need them to hold your hand through a difficult medical procedure, but they are too busy. Maybe you are grieving the loss of a family member, but they don't bother to check in on you. Maybe you are facing financial hardship, but instead of offering support, they criticize you for struggling. These moments reveal a person's true character. A partner who is unwilling to stand by you when life gets difficult is not a partner who deserves to share in your happiness either. Abandonment in tough times can also come in the form of emotional neglect. Your partner might be physically present but emotionally absent. They refuse to engage in deep conversations, ignore your cries for help, or dismiss your pain as if it doesn't matter. This silent form of abandonment can be even more damaging because it leaves you feeling invisible, unheard, and unimportant. What makes this betrayal so devastating is that it forces you to carry your pain alone, pain that should have been shared, lightened, and supported by the person who claimed to love you. Love means standing in the storm together, not walking away when the clouds gather. A partner who is only there for the good times is not a real partner. They are a fair weather companion who disappears the moment things get hard. Promises are not just words, they are the foundation of trust and reliability in any relationship. When someone repeatedly makes promises and fails to keep them, it is not just about disappointment, it is about betrayal. A person who consistently breaks their word is showing you that their commitments are empty, their words lack meaning, and their reliability cannot be trusted. At the heart of every strong relationship is the belief that you can depend on your partner. Whether it is a small promise like calling you back when they said they would, or a life-changing one like staying faithful, being there through hard times, or building a future together, every commitment made is a test of integrity. When those promises are broken over and over again, the relationship becomes unstable, built on a fragile foundation of doubt rather than security. One of the most painful aspects of broken promises is the way they create false hope. Your partner may assure you that they will change, that they will do better, that they will fix their mistakes, but time and time again, their actions fail to match their words. They may promise to stop lying, to be more present, to prioritize the relationship, or to respect your boundaries, yet they continue to disappoint. Each broken promise chips away at your trust, making you question whether anything they say is real. False commitments are particularly damaging when they involve the future of the relationship. Some people make grand promises about marriage, children, or a lifelong partnership, only to later reveal that they never truly intended to follow through. Others keep their partners waiting with vague assurances, always saying, "not yet, but soon," while never actually taking steps toward fulfilling their commitment. This kind of deception wastes time, energy, and emotional investment, leaving the betrayed partner feeling strung along and deeply disillusioned. Another form of betrayal through broken promises is emotional inconsistency. A partner who is loving and attentive one day, then distant and indifferent the next, creates an exhausting cycle of uncertainty. They may promise to always be there for you, but when you actually need them, they disappear. They may swear they will change toxic behaviors, yet they repeat the same patterns. This roller coaster of false hope and disappointment is mentally and emotionally draining, leaving you in a constant state of doubt and insecurity. Some people break promises as a form of manipulation. They know that saying the right words can keep you from leaving, so they make empty commitments to hold on to you without ever actually changing. They may apologize, beg for another chance, or swear that this time will be different, but their actions remain the same. These broken promises are not mistakes, they are deliberate tactics to keep you stuck in a cycle of false hope. Over time, repeated broken promises destroy not just trust, but also self-worth. When someone constantly lets you down, you start questioning yourself, wondering if you are asking for too much, if you are being unreasonable, or if you are the problem. But the truth is, consistency and reliability are not too much to ask for in a relationship. A partner who truly values you will not make promises they cannot keep. They will not build up your hopes just to let them crash down. They will mean what they say and prove their love through actions, not just words. A healthy relationship requires maturity, honesty, and the ability to take responsibility for one's actions. When a partner refuses to acknowledge their mistakes, shifts blame onto you, or constantly plays the victim, it is a betrayal of trust and fairness. A person who cannot take accountability for their actions is not only damaging the relationship, but also creating a toxic environment where problems go unresolved and emotional wounds deepen. One of the most frustrating aspects of dealing with someone who lacks accountability is their constant excuses. No matter what they do wrong, whether it's lying, hurting your feelings, or breaking promises, they always have a justification. "I was just stressed. I didn't mean it like that. You're too sensitive." These statements shift the focus away from their actions and place the burden on you. Instead of taking responsibility, they minimize the harm they've caused, making you feel like you are overreacting. Blame shifting is another destructive pattern. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, they turn the tables and make you the problem. If you confront them about their behavior, they immediately find a way to make you feel guilty. For example, if you catch them lying, they might say, "Well, I lied because I knew you would overreact." If they neglect your needs, they might respond with, "You expect too much from me." This tactic not only invalidates your feelings, but also makes you question whether you are the one at fault. Some partners take it a step further by playing the eternal victim. No matter what happens, they always portray themselves as the one who has been wronged. Even if they are clearly in the wrong, they find a way to twist the narrative so that they come out looking like the innocent one. They might bring up past hardships, claim they were just trying their best, or say that everyone always blames them unfairly. This emotional manipulation makes it difficult to hold them accountable, because every attempt to address their behavior turns into a conversation about how they are suffering. Another form of avoidance is deflection. Instead of discussing the issue at hand, they bring up something unrelated to distract from their wrongdoing. If you tell them that their words hurt you, they might suddenly bring up a mistake you made weeks ago to change the subject. If you ask them to respect your boundaries, they might accuse you of being too controlling. This tactic makes it impossible to resolve conflicts because the focus is constantly being redirected away from the real issue. A lack of accountability also means that genuine growth and change never happen. When someone refuses to acknowledge their faults, they do not learn from their mistakes. They continue repeating the same behaviors because there are no consequences for them. Over time, this creates a toxic cycle where the same problems keep resurfacing, and you are left feeling unheard, unappreciated, and emotionally exhausted. This kind of betrayal is especially damaging because it makes you feel powerless. You realize that no matter how much you try to communicate, no matter how many times you express your concerns, the other person will never take responsibility. They will always find a way to twist the situation, avoid blame, or make you feel guilty for expecting basic respect and honesty. It leaves you feeling stuck in a relationship where nothing ever changes and your feelings are never validated. A mature and loving partner does not fear accountability. They do not see mistakes as something to run from, but as opportunities to grow. They listen, reflect, and make an effort to do better, not because they have to, but because they value the relationship and the person they are with. But when someone refuses to take responsibility, they are showing you that they care more about their own ego than they do about the health of the relationship. Betrayal in a relationship is not just about a single act. It is about patterns of behavior that break trust, destroy emotional security, and make love feel like a battlefield instead of a safe haven. When someone repeatedly crosses these lines, whether through lies, broken promises, disrespect, or emotional neglect, they are showing you who they truly are. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing, but it should not be given at the cost of your self-respect and well-being. Some betrayals are so deep that they change the way you see a person forever. If someone repeatedly betrays your trust, disrespects your boundaries, or makes you feel unworthy, it is not your duty to endure it. It is your responsibility to walk away. True love does not leave you in a constant state of doubt, pain, or insecurity. The right person will protect your heart, not break it. They will value your trust, not take it for granted. They will stand by you, not abandon you in times of need. And most importantly, they will never make you feel like you have to beg for the respect, loyalty, and love you deserve. Never forgive these 7 betrayals lightly, because the moment you allow them to become normal, you are teaching someone that they can continue to hurt you without consequences. Know your worth, set your standards, and remember, a relationship that requires you to constantly suffer is not a relationship worth saving.